Afternoon, it's Brentley here from Huckabones. Today we're going to do a trailer video on showing you can buy the right truck, the right trailer, but still lose thousands of pounds of payload by one little mistake, so stay tuned. All right, today we're going to go over some of the little things that you need to look at when buying your trailer or wanting to know what you can haul with your trailer. Let's say we've done little videos about your truck and tongue weights and your trailer little things and all that, but this is going to be a little bit of a video bringing everything together and showing you what you really need to focus on to maximize your payloads and get the best bang for your buck on maximizing the trailer that your truck or your license or you can haul and how it all works together. All right, so we're gonna start with the truck, and we'll have customers come in all the time saying my truck can haul, let's say 11,000 pounds gross. That's great. That's where we're gonna start our video with, is 11,000 pound gross on your truck. Now, you need to consider a few key things of, your tires, your axle, all that kind of meshes up. And again, the 11,000's governed by the manufacturer. So they've looked at that, as long as you've replaced those tires with OEMs or that kind of rating, but something to think about. But the bigger thing is the hitch. The hitch is actually what's hauling the trailer. So is that hitch actually rated for 11,000 pounds? Or are they giving you a rating, if you put a gooseneck hitch in that truck, that it's 11,000 pound gross? It's something just to be, aware of and look at your hitch rating. Even though the truck can haul 11,000 pounds and that hitch is rated for 11,000 pounds, you got two other factors. Your ownership is what prints out and you register what weight you want to carry with that truck. So if you don't rate that ownership at 11,000 pounds of towing, you can't do it. You know what I mean? If you put 6,000 because it's a passenger vehicle, well, now you're rated to 6,000 pounds total towing and you've just lost 5,000 pounds of payload. Again, back to the license. What is your license good for? So a G license here in Ontario is good for up to 10,000 pounds. So even though your truck's good for 11, that license down rates you 1,000 pounds and you've lost 1,000 pounds of payload again, just because of what your license is rated for. And now we're gonna go back to the trailer and show you those key features as well to help you maximize and make sure that that truck and your license and all that stuff that maybe equals 11,000 can show it on the trailer side. So let's go there. All right, so again, working with the 11,000 pound gross or 10,000 pounds, let's say, because that's what your license is rated for. We've downsized now to a trailer that can accommodate that. So you're looking at a trailer like this one with two 3,500 pound axles. That gives you 7,000 pound gross. Or maybe you're bumping up to two 5,200 pound axles and that'll give you 10,400 gross. So what that means, we're looking at this 7,000 pound gross. Again, you've got lots of truck, you got lots of license. You're never gonna overload your truck. But you could overload your trailer if you were thinking that you were going to put 10,000 pounds in it, right? So that's where you look at the heavier axles. But what I want to highlight here is it gets down to the hitch even in your truck and on the trailer. So this hitch here is a 2 5/16 ball, and they rate that at 14,000 pounds. So again, you're still good. But the minute that you grab your most common hitch, 2-inch drop, hollow end, it's rated for 6,000 pounds. Well, now your 7,000 pound trailer that has two 3,500 pound axles doesn't mean you haul 7,000 pounds. Now your 11,000 pound truck doesn't mean you haul 11,000 pounds. You're now rated to the lowest rating of whatever these components combined is 6,000. So now you got to take the 6,000, take the trailer weight off of it and figure out your payload of what you can actually put in it. But hold on one sec, you got to put the ball on that hitch. Now this is a 2-inch ball, it doesn't fit for this trailer, but this is for demonstration purposes. But this 2-inch ball is rated at 5,000 pounds. If you had this hitch and ball in here, now that 7,000 pound trailer, again, loses another 1,000 pounds of payload because of what the ball's rated for. So it's something that you wanna look over every little component, right from start to finish of your license, what your truck's rated for, the hitch on the truck, the receiver going into the hitch, the ball going into the receiver, and now the receiver on the trailer side, and figure out what you actually can haul. All right, so just moving to a different trailer style and a dump trailer, which we get questions all the time about is, again, what can I put in it? What's the payload? So let's say that we've worked down the line of what we just talked about of your truck and your license is good for 10,000 pounds. So this trailer here with two 5,200 pound axles would be your perfect match to max out that license you're rated for, the truck you're rated for, and give you the most payload. Because again, in keeping this a smaller trailer, you're actually increasing your payloads, because what you have to do for that 10,000 pounds is take the trailer weight out of that. So let's say this dump trailer weighs 3,000 pounds. That would give you the payload of 7,000 pounds in the trailer, because you're gonna max out to 10 total. But now when we go to the trailer behind me, just because, hey, you want 2 feet longer, or maybe you want a little bit heavier duty trailer, and that happens all the time. Again, this is rated for 14,000 pounds behind me. So that's fine. Your trailer can haul that. You can haul that trailer because it's up to 14,000 pounds in the trailer. Doesn't mean you have to put that in it. But what you're doing to yourself is taking away payload, because this trailer is built heavier and is longer. Now that trailer weighs 4,000 pounds. So we still got to stick with the 10,000 pound gross, because that's what your license is. That's what your truck is. That's what your maybe ball and hitch is rated for. But the trailer is rated for 14,000. Again, you're saying goodbye to 4,000 pounds of payload because your truck can't haul it. But you're also going the opposite way on what you can put in it, because that trailer weighs another 1,000 pounds. You're now taking 4 away from 10. So you're only getting 6,000 pounds in that trailer for what you are rated for. So it's just something to think about, that bigger isn't always better. Sometimes it's needed. Sometimes you want to have your built trailer because the wheels are better, the brakes are better, the axles are better. Maybe it's a little bit less on maintenance down the road because you're not wearing items, and that's okay. I bought my own 14-foot trailer because I needed to fit a tractor loader backhoe in it, and I wanted that length and that space in the trailer. My truck can't haul that weight, but that's what I needed in the trailer box. So it's just something to be aware of. You can buy a bigger trailer. It may not mean that you can't max it out for what it's rated for, but that's a good thing too, because again, you won't wear your tires and brakes. But it's just something to be conscious of going over, you know, what your ball rating is, what your hitch rating is out of the truck, what the coupler is rated for on the trailer, and all those type of things before you think that you're just going to haul whatever the trailer can haul, because it's rated to haul that. You got to look at your truck side too, your license size too. All right, so we've talked about the weight and the right trailer of what you're buying for your weight. But the other thing that customers ask all the time is, you know what I mean, how do I efficiently do that? How do I keep the maintenance down? You know, what do I look at? So we're just going to touch on a few maintenance points here. But again, having a level load is your best aspect for efficiency. One, for air drag, you know what I mean, fuel mileage, it's always a factor. But again, they make drop hitches for trucks for a reason. They make these adjustable hitches on the trailer for a reason, and that's to keep your truck and trailer level. When your truck and trailer is level, you have the best braking power, you have the most overall weight distribution on all your 4 wheels, or however many wheels you have on the trailer, but your 4 wheels on the truck. But that's going to give the best wear and tear on your tires, on your brakes, that they're evenly wearing. You know what I mean? That if you're too far ahead with your payload, and we've done a great video on truck payload and transfer weight, but if that's the case, you know what I mean, you're wearing that front axle too much because it's doing the braking and all the weight's on it. And you also come into the factors if you're too far forward, let's say, and there's not a lot of weight on the back axle, then maybe those tires are prone to skid because they're applying brakes as well, and there's no weight to transfer there. And again, it can happen to the front axle just the same if you're back heavy. So it's just something to be aware of. Center your load, center your weight, and then balance that truck and trailer with your hitches. Another little tidbit, that little bit of movement can be, you know, rectified with some washers, spacers in there, and make everything tight. And again, what this comes down to is if there's a little bit of play in your receiver hitch with the pin that goes into the truck, if there's a little bit of play on this, you'll get that jerkiness front and back whenever you're doing a little bit of braking or taking off, and you'll feel that little jerk. It's something that you can rectify with a little bit of maintenance or attention. Again, there's other hitches that have cushion mounts in them or rubberized systems in them. Again, check what the rating on the hitch is for before you buy it. But they are a great thing of just cushioning that load when stopping or starting, and it just takes that jolt or the you know what I mean, the sound that you hear with, you know, metal on metal of ramps happening or whatever. It happens the same way with the coupler and your receiver in your truck. So just little things that we can do. The nice thing here, hey, it's got a spare tire, but hey, is this solid on the trailer? Check your spare tires. Time and time again, we've heard someone's lost a spare tire going down the road. Okay, was it the mount that broke? Was it the bolts that came loose? Again, check that mount. Just because the bolts are tight doesn't mean the mount hasn't had a crack, a weld break, the bolt come out of it. It's just check it totally in behind, because again, they're on the trailer to start and you hope you never use them. But again, whenever you don't use them, you don't check them. So it's, again, check your spare tires. We have had them, you know what I mean? Customers say, hey, I lost my spare tire. They mount them on the right side, so hopefully go in the ditch and don't cause any problem. But again, it's something to check, just like torquing your wheels. You torque your wheels after 100 kilometers with your car after you take them off. You should do that with a trailer too. It's just safe practice. It's good practice. And again, rotating tires, it's a great thing. Your tires will wear differently on the right side or left side depending on how you load your equipment or whatever you're hauling. The other thing is the roads are different on the right side or the left side. You know what I mean? You can have some more potholes on the right side that those tires or suspension are hitting. Rotate them up and then you'll get longer wear and tear out of those tires. It's just little things like that you've done this big investment in a trailer and you want to keep it for a long time. I don't want to put tires on it every couple of years just because I didn't rotate the tires or I didn't check, you know what I mean, the lug tightness, and I ruined a rim. It's just something that you should check now and then when you're using your trailer for sure. Again, if you're commercial, you're doing a circle check all the time, but it's more talking to the person that is buying this trailer. They use it a couple times a year and they just hook on and go because it was a new trailer. Still give it a check over. All right, to wrap up today's video, again, we went over where you can look for payload and how to maximize that, again, by checking what your truck's rated for, your license, that kind of thing to start with, but then going back to the trailer as well. You gotta have the right receiver, you gotta have the right hitch on the truck, you gotta have the right ball in the hitch, and then back to the coupler. And again, putting shims in that coupler, nice and solid. That doesn't move, there's no jerkiness there. Again, we talked about a balanced load, an efficient load, and again, talking about maintenance. Little things that go a long way in just maintaining that trailer or the longevity of the parts on your trailer. So it's just a sneak peek of what we wanted to show you, of little things that we get questions all the time on and how that can better for you. So if you liked today's video, please click that button, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below.